No, 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 not King Bob. Why did it have to be King Bob? I'm just kidding. I don't really care that much. However, you haven't seen or you didn't know, recently the famed Carti leaker known as King Bob was arrested, and this is what he looks like. I know, neck beard, comb over, receding hairline, bags under his eyes. I don't know what we expected, but actually he does kind of look like a minion, but like a really sad version of a minion, if you know what I mean. And he's been arrested for some pretty serious stuff. Here's what the headline said. Music leaker King Bob, aka Noah Michael Urban, has been arrested on charges of wire fraud and aggravated identity. The indictment includes 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 8 counts of wire fraud, and 5 counts of identity. He allegedly carried out these crimes between August 2022 and March of 2023, stealing at least $800,000 from 5 victims. If convicted, King Bob could face up to 20 years in federal prison for each wire fraud charge. I'm not even talking about the identity charges. Take that in. By the way, he has 8 counts of wire fraud. So 8 times 20, do the math, that's 160. I think the oldest person that ever lived was like 110 something, 116 or 15. This guy's about to do life, which I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of sad. You know, whenever someone throws away their life, you never like celebrate or anything, especially when they have a ton of Carti leaks that you want to hear. I'm just joking. I really don't care about the Carti leak. Apparently he had some pretty crazy grails though. And I'll explain more of his who this guy was. Basically, King Bob kind of got this nickname. This is like a self-named nickname. And he got this name from like selling Carti songs, and basically he would like hack people's phones. Like he's hacked producers' phones, he's hacked also engineers, everyone's phones, like all sorts of people. And he's gotten a bunch of like leaks, and and the thing about this guy is he could have easily just kept a low profile, which considering what he like, the stealing music isn't what he's in jail for. He's in jail for some pretty serious stuff. He just wanted to brag to other people on the internet. And it's not like anyone knew who he was. He was just like this anonymous figure, but he decided to like create a profile. And like, you know, if you're doing stuff like this, the last thing you want to do is, you know, draw attention to yourself. And that's what he did. Basically, he would sometimes occasionally sell songs. He would sell them for egregious amounts too, 5, 10, 20,000. Sell them for some pretty, and you know, people would like group buy them. So bunch of like desperate, down bad Carti fans, not that down bad money, buy these, pull in money, and he'd get the money and he'd give over the song. But sometimes he would just like leak snippets just to flex that he would have them and no one else would have them. Like I think he thought of himself as like a private collector or something. But anyways, this guy got way over his head. And pretty much every Carti fan knows who he is. He's pretty well known in that community, especially in like the leaks community. By the way, the mic is really close to my mouth, so hopefully you can't hear like the sounds my mouth is making. But anyways, let's go over the federal press release about his arrest. So it says, Palm Coast man arrested for wire fraud and aggravated identity theft charges. This case is a joint partnership between the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Justice Department's Computer Crime and Intellectual Property Section, the United States Attorney's Office District of Oregon, and the United States Attorney's Office Middle District of Florida. It is being prosecuted by Assistant United States Attorney John Canizaro. I don't know how to say his name. That was like 6 departments or something. Like this guy is cooked. This guy is so cooked. Like I can't even explain in words how cooked he is. Like this guy is toast. Whatever Young Thug is, or people are saying he is, this guy is like a million times more. Because first of all, he's got no money. They've probably seized everything. Like guy is screwed. I doubt his parents have money like that, or else he wouldn't have been, you know, doing these crimes. And of course, after this came out, Carti fans started making fun of him, saying, bro, seen Carti get arrested, he did it too. And they're calling it like the Carti rollout getting wild, LMAO. Punch made Bob, smoking on that King Bob pack. He's 19 with a 40-year-old hairline. Yeah, buddy's cooked. Bro is not hearing music after this. That's kind of funny. He might never hear a Playboy Carti song again. Yeah. I wonder what they do with all the digital files. Like, yeah, I guess no one's ever hearing those. I also saw somewhere online that he was an Ariana Grande leaker too. I don't think that's true, but I think they were just joking. But anyways, this guy pretty well known in like the Carti and what else would you say? Like the Carti and leak community, and just everyone knows him. But if you do want to know some of his charges, I'll read them off to you because I find them kind of interesting. And then after that, I'll kind of talk about just what I think of it. So Noah Michael Urban, or King Bob, by the way, he's only 19 years old. He's like as old as me. That's kind of crazy. He was part of a scheme that resulted in the theft of at least $800,000 from at least 5 different victims between August of 2022 and March 2023, according to the indictment. They don't identify them. They were just all adults. And it doesn't seem like there are any co-conspirators either, just him. So they tracked down the Exodus wallet or whatever, and about 300,000 worth of Ethereum from one victim. That just means that he stole like 300K of crypto from one person. 20,000 worth of Bitcoin from another victim. 40K Bitcoin from another victim, 100K of Ethereum from another victim, and about 400,000 from the fifth victim. Man, that fifth guy got totally robbed. But anyways, here's some more details. Apparently there are some co-conspirators, so he was working with other people. They unlawfully obtained victims' personal identifying information and used it to fraudulently access their virtual currency addresses using a SIM swap. I'm not going to explain to you what that is. And once they accessed the victims' phones, they transferred victims' crypto to their wallets and collected the money. Yeah, this guy is so screwed. Oh my god, he's cooked. Oh my god. Yeah, the reason why this is so funny too is this guy was super cocky. Like, you know, he once like posted a picture of him with like a VVS watch or something, and everyone started calling it fake. So he said, "You guys don't realize 8K is nothing to me." He also said the N-word in that same sentence. And then he said, "For me, the song loses its quality if other people," once again he used the N-word, "can hear it." By the way, he's white as snow. Another funny thing is this stuff is all over the news. I don't know, you'd never expect to see this guy all over the news, King Bob. But yeah, he's got a lot more than Carti leaks to worry about now. He had some Uzi songs too, I'm not sure though. Anyways, what do I think of all of this? Honestly, I know I was kind of like dogging on him and making fun of him almost this entire video, but I think it's sad that he, you know, went down this path and do what he did, because he just threw his life away. Like, he was 19 years old. That's how old I am. Like, he's probably like maybe a little older than me, but unless this guy's parents are loaded and connected or something, he's not getting out until he might get out after Take is all I'm gonna say, if he gets out at all. And yeah, I don't know where he decided or thought that type of stuff was cool. I don't know, maybe he was listening to Summers back in the pandemic and was like, man, I got a SIM swap. Or I was joking about that, by the way. He was probably just like, you know, on, you know, or Onion browser or whatever, found out about all this stuff and just decided, hey, I'm gonna go get this money. And I'm not gonna lie, in a couple of months from now, we're probably gonna see like a YouTube documentary about this kid when the case like comes out. King Bob. The King Bob shit will just never get funny, by the way. Like, it's just so funny. I don't know why he chose to call himself that, but another thing that I'm kind of curious about is like, what does Carti and his camp think of this? Like, you know, like, I'm sure they hate leakers, and this is probably the most justice we've seen ever happen to a leaker. Obviously, this isn't happening because he leaked. He did some pretty atrocious crimes. He sold like almost $1 million from 5 different people. Poor guy. Poor guy. Another thing I'm also kind of curious is all the news articles called him King Bob, and in the Justice Department's press release, they also named him as King Bob. So he had other aliases. He called himself Sosa, Elijah, King Bob, and Anthony Ramirez. So he had gone by all these aliases. So to them, the legal people like the FBI or whoever was on him, they just probably thought this was like another alias of his, or they probably just saw it and like just realized, oh, this is how this guy's going for, this is what this guy's going by. They probably didn't like think this would have like a, you know, huge reaction by the internet or anything. They do look at this stuff apparently. So yeah, I guess it's free King Bob. You know, he didn't really do anything. Just kidding. He stole 800,000 of crypto from 5 different people and is facing 8 times 20 for the wire fraud. And I don't know what the identity theft is going to get you. Probably another hefty sentence. If he pleads guilty and gets a good lawyer, not a public defendant, he might get out when he's like 80 or 90. But till then, you know, he can cherish the memories of those Carti songs that no one else other than Carti and his camp heard, that were just so high quality, and all the grills he had when he was 19 years old, and the VVS watch. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day tomorrow. Bye.